Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk the Talk here. I'm here with my man's Vernon,
How you doing?
the
How you
the,
doing?
the entrepreneur, the role model, the designer, the
Yes,
rapper.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I can go on and on and on and on, man. How you doing
I'm
today?
doing well, brother. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I salute what you are doing here at the Brass Mill
Appreciate
Suites.
it, appreciate it.
Thank you for even thinking that, having me come by as a guest today. So it's a pleasure.
Oh
It's a
man,
pleasure.
we had my mom had the missus on last week, so I was like, if she got the missus, I gotta
Yeah,
have my
yeah.
man's
Follow up
on.
with it. Follow up
You
with
know,
it.
I told you
Yeah.
we gonna have to, sooner or later we gonna get the whole family in
All
here.
right.
I
She
mean,
she
extend the
uh
table and everything.
I just wanted to speak on her behalf. I went home and I was telling her that she did an amazing job, as far as, her stepping outside of her comfort zone and
Mm-hmm.
just being her. I felt like it was good for somebody else to
To
see
see it,
who she is besides myself and, our intimate family. So kudos to her and what she got going on.
I can definitely. I'm gonna piggyback off that because as soon as the live ended, I looked there and I was like, man, you was a natural.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you felt good, and you
She
didn't feel
felt
like you
really
was
good about
rushed.
herself. She felt
You
really
know,
good. Yep.
and I told her I was like, I'm an introvert. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, there's
Yeah.
something that when I get behind this camera. It's just something that's different, something that just hits. It's just a whole different feeling,
It
and
is.
I could
It
tell,
is.
watching it because I'm always watching,
Right.
so I could just tell that I was like, oh yeah, she looks relaxed.
Yes.
She felt like she explained everything she wanted to explain.
Absolutely.
It was just an amazing broadcast by her,
Absolutely.
especially with her not really being on camera a whole
Right.
lot.
Right.
Amazing, amazing,
And
amazing
shout out
work.
to Dr. Stacy for, uh, giving her this platform and shooting, making sure she got out of that comfort zone. She did an amazing job, so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh man, no problem. Thank you, thank
But
you.
I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
here.
man, I was excited. I was always like, man, we gotta get him on the
Yes,
show.
sir.
It was funny because I was talking to my godmom the other day, and she
Mhm.
was like, you should have on a show. And I was like, who? And she was like, Vernon. And I was like, bro, how did you like? I was
Yes.
like, are you in my
Yes.
little studio in my
Absolutely.
manager room when I'm picking
Man,
out
that's
guests?
that's that's wild. I love how when things like this come up, my name circulates. It's a humbling thing. I don't take
Yeah.
any bit of this for granted. Because at any given time, the next man's up, and I could be an afterthought. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to have me on, man.
Man, it was just such a because that's something I wanted to touch about with you being so well known, and
Mhm.
then just hearing your name.
Mhm.
How do you stay humble? Because I know some people when they hear their name, they're like, yeah, well,
Absolutely.
everyone know me, and that ego kind of gets to your head.
It's
How do you stay humble?
it's one of them things where you got to know where you came from in order to know where you're going. Snow. So being humble for me is it's almost second nature now. I've seen and I've done a lot of things to deserve whatever credit or accolades I felt I deserved. But as far as being overconfident or over cocky about it, nah, that's not in my nature, man. Just remaining humble and receiving all the blessings that come with it. So that's me.
Man, I love it. I love it. Because she was literally talking. She was like, "He's such a good." I was like, "Man, what you telling?" I was like, especially what you do for the community.
Absolutely,
I
man.
remember, my mom working at the
The
At
art.
at the art, she worked at
Yes.
the
Yep.
Arc.
Yep.
She also did the community work when she was working at the one in Meadowwood. Where was
Yes.
the community center in Meadowwood? What was that one called?
Golly.
Windsor
Windsor
Valley.
Valley.
Windsor
Yes.
Valley.
Windsor Valley.
And I was thinking like how that time helped me so much, and actually making friends
Yes.
and like
Yes.
having great mentors around,
Right. Right.
and just all in all, just having that good support of being like, yeah, man, go ahead and
Yes.
do what you gotta do. You're good. Like just to me, it was just a good, safe environment
Absolutely.
that going home to my mom and my father that I
Mhm.
knew that like certain
Right.
kids in there didn't have that when they went home. Can
Absolutely.
you touch up on that a little bit?
Yeah,
Just
I'm a firm believer of it takes a village. I've been working with I've been working with people pretty much all my life, customer service. Started off in Rite Aid. That's where I met my wife. I was a cashier, so I had to have that customer
you have to
service
get that.
experience.
Yeah.
From there, I transitioned to working with a young man that became a family to me. He was had a traumatic brain injury from a car accident. Um, that changed me, just being able to care for people in a manner that the way I had to care for people opens up your eyes, because just like that, your life can be changed in a
Change.
matter of a couple seconds. So that just opened up a new mind frame for me as far as how to care for people. From there, I transitioned to working at the art, and I was working with an individual that was blind. He went blind at the age of 5.
Oh,
He had retinal detachment. So having to guide someone around, that had
no, no,
no vision at all.
no, none at
You just
all.
had to, make his life as happy as you could by, doing these things with them every day. And then from there, I got into a field working with children. So I mean, I've done it all. I've seen it all, man.
Yes.
Not to mention the music part of the thing, where you're
Yeah.
held on a pedestal and a platform in front of so many people, with the words that you're saying, the words that you're making rhyme and putting it out to the general public. So yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
I know it's got to be, man. But I couldn't pick a better person to take on the challenge. For me, I always feel like you have so much patience,
Yes,
and I know that's something that's in this field, it runs out.
absolutely.
And how do you get that to be, be like, no, this is a work in progress, and
Man.
you can actually see, the goals that that, like, if I keep on this path,
Hmm.
it's definitely going to work out and be better for everyone around
Absolutely.
me.
You said this. You said the key word, patience. There's days where I've come home from work and I can be stressed out, so stressed out, man. But then my kids will run up to me and just tell me they had such a great time inside the club, and I can't wait to go back to do this and this with such and such one of my my staff, or whatever the case may be. While I'm at work, I could be having a stressful day, and one of the kids will run up to you and, hey, Mr. Vern, give you a
Yeah,
hug.
you're
How's your
hugging
day?
that
That
say,
changes your whole day, man. Like, for real, it changes your whole day, and realize, and you makes you realize, hey, this is what I'm here for. It's not about the money. It's about
mm-hmm.
making a difference in these kids' lives, even if it's only one. So I
Even if
mean,
it's only one, it only
that
takes
that's
one.
what it
You
takes.
know,
That's what it takes, man.
I also feel like when you get there, it's also like that, like, unconditional love of just seeing. I
Yes.
always say that, like, kids, when you get that, like, kid love, like that unconditional love, it
Yes,
just
man.
hits so different. Where, like,
Real different.
I've had somewhere where I had like a little mentorship,
Hmm.
and it wasn't the best of days, but, like,
Yes.
seeing my little
Yep.
mentoree and him
Yep.
just saying your name, it's just like, dang,
Absolutely.
I can make it through this day.
These
I can make it
kids,
through this
like,
day.
they're funny, but when you sit down and listen to what they really have to say, some of these kids will come to myself or one of my coworkers, and they'll tell us a story that they will not tell their parents. So you gotta
You
take
gotta
that with every grain of salt, and understand, like, you're in a position to help these kids change their lives, and make a difference in it. So I mean, when they tell us, man, I got some stories, man, a thousand stories that you would not believe, but they felt comfortable enough to
to
tell
tell
Mr.
you,
Vernon,
yeah, and
or my
that's
staff members.
amazing.
So I mean, that's the nature of what I'm dealing with.
That's the connection that I truly think that we need nowadays as well,
Yes.
too. Because I feel with this generation, some was that we get so misguided, or
Right.
the social media influencers are
Mm-hmm.
like right there at a
Mm-hmm.
fingertip, to where it's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, we need someone that's real, like someone
Right.
that's right in front of us, someone that's in it every day,
Right.
7 days a week. You know,
Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Social media, first of all, has changed the game completely, man. So it's, oh man,
it's a beast.
it's a
It's a
big
beast.
beast. It's a
It's a
big beast.
beast, man.
So yeah.
Yeah, you also dibble and dabble in some fashion. I see. I know the last time you was up here, you showed me some
Yeah,
jackets, some
man.
shirts.
So
Let
this
me
is a new avenue for me. I'm new to it, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. So to kind of tap into the fashion and apparel line, and create something that you can call your own. It's
mm-hmm.
incredible, man. Like, the feeling that I got when I received my first piece of merchandise was, I'm sure, probably the same feeling you got when you started
When
this
you just
podcast
start.
up, man. Like, I can imagine, like, it's something that you can call your own,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something that
It's
makes you
that
want to wake up
feeling
and continue to go.
every
So
day.
yes, yes.
How would you come up with that? What made you go towards the fashion?
It wasn't nothing that I intended to do. Um, so 2020. You know that was the year
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
changed the country dramatically, almost forever. And we called it the year of the entrepreneurs, birth of the
Ah.
entrepreneurs. Um, November 2020. Um, I was asleep, woke up about 3 a.m. Had a crazy headache. Headache was killing me. Sat on the side of the bed, and I had this dream. This dream was crazy. I don't even remember the dream. All I remember was there was a name being thrown around in my dream. Um, male voice, and it kept saying Inojie, Inojie, Inojie. And I did not know what it
What?
meant, what it stood for. I never heard this name in my life. So my wife said, she sleep. I wake her up and she said, what's going on? I said, I just had this crazy dream and this name popped up. And I'm searching Google. I couldn't find nothing. Couldn't find nothing. And then I finally found a Noje and what it stood for, man. It was crazy. And I took it and ran with it. I took it and
You
ran
took it
with it.
around
I
with
took
it.
it and ran with
It
it,
was like
man.
that was like a real good sign. That was a good sign, though.
Incredible sign. And I didn't want to sit on nothing like that because I felt
Mm.
like that's something that was meant for me. It had meaning, and I said, if I let this slip up, this could be somebody
There's someone
else's,
else's right then and
million
there.
dollar plan or whatever the case may
Hmm.
be. So no, I had to jump on top of that,
I
man.
definitely learned that coming with this industry. As you said, 2020 was the year of entrepreneurs
Yes,
and
yes,
entrepreneurs being born. You got to realize, when that happened, there was a podcasts jumping out
absolutely,
left and right and left and
absolutely,
right, and I was like, I got the idea. Now I just need to get on the ball with it
yes, man,
because
yes.
literally I seen one pop up and I was like, "Are
I'm
you
gonna
for
read.
real?"
I'm gonna actually read to you. I'm gonna get this to you at the end of the show though. But when I search Google, the meaning of the given name Inoje represents ambition, independence, strength, reliability, determination, and professionalism. Inoje is a person who is full of love. That was what stuck out the most.
I
And
like that.
when I think about me and the people that know me, this was
That's
me in a
that's that's
nutshell,
you.
man. This was me all in
That's
a
you.
nutshell.
Yeah.
So
That's
I said
that
that stuck
fits.
with me, man. So, and I think that so many people will be able to relate to a brand with that
Hmm.
meaning behind it. So I took it and ran with it. It
That's a
took.
beautiful meaning, though.
Thank you,
That's
thank
like
you,
a
bro.
real good the fact that that specific
Yeah,
name came out and
yep,
you're so intact with it. It's
yes.
just that's just amazing,
It
man.
is,
That is
man. It
amazing.
is. And I didn't really birth it until October of last year. So you figure 2020, 2021, about a whole year, was when trial and error. I played with about
I
20
was just
different
about to ask you
logos.
that. I was just about
Man,
to ask you because I know with
yes,
mine, I was like,
man.
I'm real picky on what I want to put out there to the world.
Absolutely. I played with about 20 different logos. Um, had so many different logos going around, floating around, asking people which one is this, which one is this. But at the end of the day, it was what I
What you
felt was
wanted.
the one,
Hmm.
for me. And I finally buckled it down, and I got the one that I wanted, and that's the one you'll see on all my merchandise going forward.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, man,
I'm excited. Like what
absolutely.
you showed me the other day,
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
"Yo,
yeah,
I might have to
yeah.
order a couple one of those. Like,
Absolutely,
one of
absolutely.
each for real.
Got
Because
you.
this fashion thing, I'm just I'm
It's
starting to
different.
get it a
It's
little
different.
bit. I'm
Yeah,
starting to pick up like, all right,
it's
maybe
different.
these little button down clothes ain't really what it is no
It's
more.
different. It's different. Yeah, man.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm happy that you found that new journey
Thank you.
into that.
Thank
I
you.
also want to touch on one of your other things is that you're debating on stopping rapping, or did you stop?
As of right now, yes, I have stopped. Those of you guys that know me that I've been rapping since I was about 15 years old. I'm 30, gonna be 38 this year, man. So I mean, that's a long
That's
time.
that's
It's a long time. I don't take anything for granted. I feel like that, with my music, I have accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish.
hmm
Um, could I have accomplished more? Of course, but I am comfortable with saying that I
that you
did
done
what I
every.
wanted to do,
Hmm.
musically. Now it's time for me to take that same energy that I put into my music all them years
And
and
put
put
it
it
into
into
your
these
fat.
clothes, man. So, and
Hmm.
that's the same feeling I'm getting when I'm, creating these designs and working with these different manufacturers and sending them my designs and then seeing them.
Just like that going
It's like
back
a
and forth.
habit now, man.
Yeah,
So
it's
I can't get it done fast enough. Every week I'm creating something
create
new,
something, and that's the
and
beauty
it
of
keeps
when
you
you
going.
got something is where you're consistently. Like, oh no, I know
Yeah,
something now,
yeah,
making something better.
absolutely.
And what? Would you ever? No, let me ask you this: would you ever come out like so? Let's say you got your little
Hmm.
fashion, you got your fashion design going
Hmm.
up, and they need like a little track to go behind
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
You might pop out for that one?
I actually already created a song
Okay.
for my brand. I did like a little infomercial
Was that the
track.
snippet I just
That was
seen
a
the other?
snippet. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen that. That was me.
Yeah, that was a
That
that was
was
for.
me. Yes, that was me behind my brand. But absolutely, I mean, one thing I probably won't ever stop doing is writing.
Mm,
That's something that's always going to be given. Writing was a form of therapy for me,
and it
so
definitely can be.
I won't ever stop writing. I probably won't, stop recording. But as far as putting music out,
I'll put
it's just not, something that I'm geared towards right now. Because when I give and when I put my all into something, I want to put my
you put
all into something.
all
Yeah, I
into
don't
it.
want to 50-50 it. The same way I gave 100% when I was 16, all the way up to my early 20s. And, I gave 100%. That's what I want to do with this brand because I feel like if I don't,
If you don't
then
give it,
nah.
you're
Yeah,
you know something's not going to feel right.
absolutely.
And I commend you on
I
being like, I
appreciate it.
have to stop this
Yes,
right
yes,
now to go pursue something else because I know that's definitely tough in the field of like what you're
absolutely.
doing because a lot of people try to do both, and
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
see that, it can definitely work,
yeah. It
and
can
it,
work.
it can definitely
Absolutely.
work, but I know it's
It's a burnout coming,
it's a.
man.
I
It's a
was just about
burnout.
to say that like
It's a burnout.
it's a burnout
Yes,
coming to where
yes,
you
yes.
make that one mistake and now it's like, ooh,
Yep,
now
yep.
I'm kind of like stuck. So I really do commend you on that. I love your
I
tracks.
appreciate that,
I'm
man.
definitely look, man.
Appreciate that.
You ever come back out, I'll be
You
blasting.
know it. You
Look,
know
man.
it.
One,
Definitely.
look, see, I ain't really got to worry about the copy. I'm talking to the man who owns this music right now, so I ain't got to worry about no
Yeah.
copyrights.
Yes. Yes.
We
Yes.
won't be boasting and blasting it all through here, but it's again like I really commend you on picking because there was a time where here I was trying to figure out. I was like, oh, should I just start, doing photography in
Right.
here then,
Right.
or should I just strictly keep it podcasting? So I mean, it's definitely times where I had to think about like the same way. I was like,
Absolutely.
I do love podcasting. I love the
Absolutely.
100% I put in here, but if I put that, cut it in
Some.
half and put it
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
50,
Yeah. Yeah.
one of these days I'm gonna come on the show and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
dragging.
Dragging,
I'm
man.
not gonna be
Dragging.
wanting to do nothing.
Yeah.
Like I can already see it. I can already tell.
Yeah.
So I really do commend you on
Thank
that.
you.
I really do.
I appreciate that,
I
man.
really do.
I
I also
appreciate
want
that.
to get into the fact that I know I have some people watching on your page.
Hmm.
I have some people watching on my page, but
Hmm.
for the people that are watching on mine,
Hmm.
do you mind giving like just a little bit of a brief background? I
Yeah,
know we
sure.
skipped over it in the
Yeah,
beginning,
nah, ain't no,
but
ain't
you
no
know how we
problem.
do
No
here.
problem. My name is Vernon Bradford. I am um, branch manager of the Boys and Girls Clubs. I've been with the clubs going on 4 years now. I am a artist, former artist, a rapper,
Always an artist, man.
musically inclined. I am a husband. Um, I am a father of three beautiful girls. Son, brother, I got a lot going on, a lot going on, and now I'm a proud CEO of my own clothing
Yes,
brand,
sir.
Inojie brand. So, yes, yes, I'm a jack of all
I
trades,
was
if I
just
must
about to
say,
say that he
man.
was a jack of all trades.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
man, I need to ask you. Did you ever set up that Connect Four yet?
Connect Four is up, it's running. I beat
Yeah,
up on a couple of my club kids last
yeah,
week, so I mean, I
yes,
feel like I'm
yes.
10-0 right now,
Hey, that's how
but.
you gotta keep it.
Yeah, yeah.
When you
It's
say
it's a great thing, and I want to say thank the Brass Mill Suites for always coming to the club's need. Whenever we have something going on, you guys are right there. Whether it be a father daughter dance, a mother son dance, whatever we need for the club, you guys come through for us. So that will forever be. We forever be grateful for that, man. We got y'all sticker right up on our appreciation wall, man.
oh
So
man.
I ain't tell Miss Stacy that I stole one of the stickers last week when I was here, but yeah, it's on our wall.
Hey,
It's
but
on our
we
wall of appreciation.
we appreciate you and
Yes,
everything that you do, and if whatever you need, we will definitely not hesitate to help. We love
absolutely.
what you do out there.
Thank you,
I love that putting a smack down on these kids on Connect Four.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
just everything you do, and it just comes back to me being that age, and I'm just like
Yes.
that camaraderie
Yes.
that
Yes.
I have that ability to go to someone.
Right.
It's just something that's amazing, man. And
Mm.
them getting to know you, a very talented person,
Yes.
very talented. Because I think some people think where they're from defines who they are, and
Right.
that's not the
No, it's
case at
not the
all.
case at all. It's funny because some of my club kids, like when they find out that I make music, it's like, they looking
They
at me
looking
like totally different
like he's
light
a
now.
whole
And
different
then
person.
yes, and Mr. Brian, you can rap something real quick for me. They want to test
They
me and
want to
see if
test
it's
it,
really
yeah.
me or something like that. But I don't mind because who knows what I could be unleashing in them.
And yeah,
Instead of knowing them.
absolutely.
So as far as I can push them, I will. And same way with my kids. They see me doing this. They have their own brand. They have
I
their
was
own
just
thing going
about to
on,
see you
man.
beat me right to it. I
Um,
was just about to ask about
they are
that.
in the cosmetic line right now. I Am
Okay.
Creations. You guys can follow them on Instagram, as well as my wife, the Heavenly Scented. She was on last week. So we just a house
It's just
full
a
of
house full of
young
just
entrepreneurs right
young,
now,
and
man.
I
And
love that.
absolutely,
Like I said, you beat me right to it because I was like, I know, with you and your wife being entrepreneurs, I know
yeah,
that's
yeah,
got to get some sort of instilled in the
yes,
kids,
absolutely,
and I
absolutely.
love that because there's nothing like owning something of
No,
yours
it's not. And
because it's
she
a different feeling.
she pushing my brand. She's wearing my brand. The kids wearing my brand to school.
Uh, Look at
I'm
that
washing
free
my face with
advertisement.
her scrubs in the
Yeah,
morning.
see,
It's like
it goes
it
all
feels
right.
good, man. And
I,
to I told her at one point, I'm not going to be in the store shopping for nobody's clothes, but wearing my own.
yeah, and
That's what
that's
I'm gonna look
right.
at. So, and
That's the goal.
purchasing her body scrubs and stuff. Her cosmetic needs, and that's what it's about, man. When you can create your own stuff, you feel like you don't really need to
You
do
don't
anything
need
else for
to.
anybody.
No,
So that's what it
and I
is.
love how you instill that because I do believe that we should instill good traits like that in our kids
Absolutely.
because you know ain't nothing gonna love your business like you are.
No, nobody.
No one's gonna put in the hours, the
Yes.
work. No one sees the blood, sweat, and
Mm-mm.
tears.
Nope.
People only greet you.
They just see
They
what you put
see
out,
what you put out,
what you put
what
out,
you put out.
man.
They don't know how long it could have took you to do it,
Yes.
or as I learned, being my own, trying to do this, and then
Yeah.
I also, I'm a young manager
Right.
somewhere else.
Right.
It's hard
Man,
being
listen,
young and then being a boss of someone.
is
So
it?
it's a hard avenue.
It's a hard avenue, man. I agree. I agree 100%. It's something that you have to really be built for and dedicated to if you're going to keep pursuing it. So,
Absolutely.
definitely kudos to what you got going on here too, man.
Man,
For
I had that 2020 kind of, I won't call it like
real.
a panic.
Right. Right.
The company I was working for just got liquidated.
Yes.
I'm like, what
Yes.
am I going to do?
Man.
My mom said, "Well, come up here.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch what I do. You might be on. You might like it or figure out
Man.
what you want to do." I was like, "Well, surprisingly, I like talking to people,
Right.
even though
See,
like I'm a intro. Like
it's right there.
sometimes I
Right.
like." She was like, "Well, you like talking to people, and people do gravitate towards you.
hmm
Why don't you just start doing a podcast?" I said, "Well."
Amazing.
I was
Amazing.
like, I might take a look at that,
See,
and
man,
then
stuff coming.
just stuff keeps going fruition.
Man,
I did her motto thing where it was like, at one point you got to
mm,
bet on yourself.
got to, because nobody else will if you don't, man. For real.
That's true.
It's crazy because I was just thinking, like, how many people I saw on my timeline in 2020 that was pushing something, out the, and
Hmm.
I was like, where was this at? It came out the blue. But, like, we have so many talented individuals, man, in our community, man. It's crazy that, it, I don't want to say it took a pandemic to push it out of them, but it almost like it
But
seems like it
it
did.
kind of like it
It did
did.
because even with myself, man, I didn't know I had this in me, man. Like, who not designing clothes? What? That's crazy. And then I also had to factor in, I'm making clothes not for myself. I'm making it for other folks. So then you have
Hmm.
to,
You
you
gotta
gotta
take
switch it
that.
up. You
You
gotta switch it up.
gotta
So
switch it up, man. Because
absolutely.
I know definitely me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't not the. I am not the most coordinated person when it comes to fashion, man. Like I like shoes. That's about it,
Right,
man. So
right.
I definitely am like, yo, man, he's doing something to that.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not gonna say I don't think I can do, but like definitely something I was struggling
Absolutely,
in the
100%.
beginning, man. But like you're
Yeah.
just so talented at
Thank you, brother.
a
I
lot
appreciate
of
that, man.
things that were, I'm surprised that people weren't surprised by you doing your clothing design. That they're like, man, we would have thought that yo
Right.
would have been done that. Like, look at what you did in your rap career and
Yeah.
how good that was, and how
Yes.
people gravitated towards it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you had the whole Edgewood rocking.
Yes, man. That was one of my, one of the things that I really, really take pride in was my relationship with the community and the support that I always give in them, no matter what I got going on. It could be a
Mm-hmm.
something that we need for the club. It can be a new album that I'm dropping, a new clothing brand, whatever the case may be. Like, it always seems like the community always shows up and shows out. Whenever I feel like I get involved with something. So that's something that I will never take for granted. I'm very grateful for everyone that comes to my need, supports me. I love it. I love y'all.
Man, man. It's just when she said when she said you should interview Vernon, I said no way, man. I was like, this man, he does this, he does that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate you taking time out your
Nah,
busy
absolutely,
schedule
man.
to come and
Absolutely.
support a young brother
Yes,
trying
yes.
to grow an empire.
Absolutely,
I'm not
man.
gonna say grow a brand. I'm trying to grow an empire.
Man, listen, you going to, man. You're going
Speaking
to.
into
So I
fruition,
mean, got
man.
to. You got to
I
speak
really
it.
do.
Got to
And
speak it.
having people around like you, my mom,
Mm-hmm.
just people just are like, you got something great in
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm gonna need you to actually go ahead
Yes,
and put it to use.
yes.
So I'm always grateful to have mentors
Absolutely,
around like that,
absolutely, man.
because my whole thing is like you're never too old to learn,
No, never,
never too old to
never.
learn, and just getting a different view or perspective from someone else's way
Right,
of thinking or way
right,
of life
right,
is just so eye opening, man.
right.
Like I wish that we could have like a
Man,
buddy system
man,
or something
listen, for
where it's like
real. That's when you said one thing that I kind of live by, man. Like, you never are too old to learn anything.
never.
If you feel like you are, then you just setting yourself up for failure, man. Because when you get to a point where you feel like you can't be taught or told anything, hey, man, it ain't no hope. It ain't
It
no
ain't
hope
nothing,
for you, for
it's
real.
like just
Because
not listening.
nobody knows it all. Nobody
No,
knows
no
it all,
one.
man. Like, even with this clothing brand, man, like, I didn't know where to start or who to start, man. So shout out to one of my fellow creators, Mr. Brandon Selby, um, Free Thinkers. He really, really allowed me to even lean on some of his manufacturers. And believe it or not, these manufacturers that we are working with, they are not local. They are in Pakistan. They are creating our merchandise in Pakistan in bulk and then shipping it over here to us. And these individuals are amazing. So for him to actually share his supplier and manufacturer with me, I will forever be grateful. And I'm gonna pay it forward for whoever else needs,
That's right.
that information, because it's gonna come back to me tenfold. And I just feel like, us as a community, man, that's what it's about. You got to share, share these resources.
Yeah,
Um, you
absolutely.
know, I had an incident a couple years ago where I was asking for a resource and somebody gave me the false information, and I just like, what was you
What was the whole point of that? Like,
was
what
you
was your
scared that I
game?
was going to get ahead of you? And I think a
And
lot of our folks sometimes in our community are scared that the
mm-hmm.
next man will get another leg up on them or something like that. And I
See,
don't know. I never had that mentality, but I'm gonna always do right by whoever
uh,
needs help.
exact,
Absolutely.
and you touched on something that I brought up in a podcast episode a couple weeks ago, where I was like, I think it's so crazy
Hmm.
how someone literally will want to teach you stuff, but will
Yes.
only teach you
Only
halfway
teacher have.
because they're
Yep.
scared that you're
Scared.
coming. And
Yep.
it's like, hold on, bro, what makes you think
Right. Right.
when I come up, I'm gonna leave you in the dust?
That's
Like,
I don't know, man.
and I think people aren't being grateful for that, and it's just like,
Hmm.
what are you really gaining from here?
Never
You're
got
only
that.
going to give me like partial.
Right. Never,
That's
yeah.
that's not
It's
that's
not
not
it.
right.
Uh-huh.
That's not what we're going
And
for
then when
here.
you end up succeeding, then they looking at you
They looking
crazy.
at you
Looking at you
crazy,
crazy like you did something
like
wrong.
you
But
stole from them.
nah.
Like, and it's like, bro, if you would have just
Nah.
taught me, we would have
We
been
would have been, yeah.
we would have been side by side.
Man,
And
listen.
that's
So
one of my biggest
absolutely, man.
pet peeves is like, man, don't teach me halfway,
Right.
man.
Right.
Especially when I'm hungry.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like I have like doing certain stuff at my other job, and it's like, bro, I need to figure this out. And I'm so happy that I still have a mentor that is
Right.
still willing to teach me
Yeah.
100%. Because I'm like, I see it so much nowadays that where we don't have that.
Right. Yeah.
Someone's always trying to keep something from
Always,
you.
always trying to keep something from you, man. I never understood it. I probably never will. But as long as I got air in my lungs, man, I'm here to help the next man up, man, for real. So that's what it is.
Oh, we see a comment. Hey, appreciate you, Jake. Jake said, keep the grind going, brother. Love the stories.
All right.
We appreciate you, Jake, for
Thank you,
tuning
Jake.
in. Anyone who does tune in, please comment, ask questions.
Yes.
We can post it up. So as you see, you can see Jake's comment. Just keep them coming, keep them going. We love interacting with y'all,
Absolutely.
especially Vernon don't know, but he's a comedian too. He ain't just put it underneath his resume yet. But Vernon is he's a comedian, so
Yes.
especially I'm surprised. We keeping it good for you
Shout out
guys.
to Shamari Tucker. I know you out there watching. Yeah, nah, he gives me life, man. So, and that's the thing, you got to be able to be engaged with your audience, man.
Got
And
you.
I think that's a big part of my success, also. Just
I think
always,
it is.
I can be funny, but at the same time, I can
You,
switch it up.
you
And then once
serious?
I got your attention, hey, you know what it is, you know what time it is. So, all around, you just got to be well rounded.
You got to be, and that's something I'm gonna keep incorporating in here
Yes.
at the Let's Talk the Talk podcast. Because I know there are some times, I get a person in here. I'm like, man, I want to cut up so
Man,
bad.
and
Hey,
that's all
look,
right, man.
look,
You
man, I
giving them,
want to cut up so bad.
yeah,
I want to cut up with you here, but I'm like, I gotta
yeah,
let me keep it a
yes.
little, let me
Hey,
keep it.
man,
But
that's the natural you, though.
look,
That's what
man,
it is.
we trying,
That's what it
man. I want
is.
everyone to know we trying.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Ron, commenting. Great information.
Thank you, Ron.
Definitely, that's all we try to spread is great information, positivity.
Yes.
I'm trying to spread that where you come from. Don't define who you are.
Absolutely.
If you have any hobbies or any
Yes.
try to find something you like
Yes.
and
Yes.
just blow it out the water with positivity because you'd
Absolutely.
never be surprised. I also try to say find a good support system
Absolutely.
because I think I've had a couple people like I did it on my own. I'm like,
That
did you really?
Nah, a good support system is needed,
Definitely.
100%. Um, you always want to fall back on somebody that supports you 100%. Even if it's one person, somebody that believes in you. That's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it
You're
takes.
absolutely right.
So
You're absolutely right.
absolutely, man.
How did it come with you and your like? When is the whole family going to come in together and get some?
Man,
Now,
listen.
that's something I want to have. When y'all going to get something that's
We
going
can
to be
make it
like?
happen, man. You just let me know, say the word, say the day. We can make it happen.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sure
I
you'll be
think I think
excited.
I think the whole fam. I think we all need to collab,
Absolutely.
especially with your daughter rocking with the C's.
Man, listen.
So
Hey, man, listen. My daughters, they give me life, man. And my oldest daughter, man, she even has the road trades going. So I mean, we all got something going on, man. I think that'd be a great opportunity to highlight them and showcase them. I know they may be a little shy, but we'll,
yeah,
we'll
I
get
think
them. We'll get them out,
I think
but we'll get them right.
yeah,
We'll get them right.
hey, my mama was shy, but mama was a natural. So
That's right. That's
and
right.
pops is a natural. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
already know
Yes,
that
sir.
you guys will be a natural.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm gonna work on their skills. They let me know when they
All
ready.
right, we're gonna talk about
I
it.
would definitely love to have them come in. I'm always looking to boost up young
Absolutely.
entrepreneurs. I love what they're doing. I love that they got this great these great parents in them to be
Yes,
like,
sir.
oh no, nah, man, if you did that for fun,
Right, right, right.
well, let's see how we can do it this
Right,
way.
right. Absolutely.
That's something I love, especially
Yes.
with my mom owning her business, and I'm watching sometimes from the outside. It's like, sooner or later,
Yeah, yeah.
either you gonna run one yourself or you gonna run the one that's already been presented
That's
to
right.
you,
That's right.
and I'm just so grateful that I'm able to get that opportunity
To do
and
that.
that they're getting the
Yes.
opportunity to actually build
Yes.
and grow. So now they'll be like, oh, your
Hmm.
dad was
See,
no way. Like,
man,
nah, yeah,
it's a
now the
beautiful thing,
company's all
man.
mine,
A beautiful thing.
It's beautiful. And I
Yeah,
can't wait to see it fruition, man. I
man.
can't wait.
Listen, bro.
Can't wait.
I'm not gonna leave you without giving you something that I
Oh,
brought for you, brother. So it's a little
man.
package, to a Inojie card.
Oh
Um,
yeah, put that up
this
there. We
was
need that.
This was the logo that I originally had. This is not the new logo though. So this is the first card that I had made. It has the meaning of it on the back. It's a lengthy one, but what I told you was right there the first couple sentences. So that's for you.
I love that.
I also got you one of my Inojie bands in here. I wear mine faithfully. So that's for
Oh,
you.
okay, yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
definitely. You about to pop this one.
Man.
You about to pop this one. I love it.
I also got you one of my snaps, man. So this is for you too.
Ah,
Inojie
appreciate
snapback.
it.
it's incredible how these are made. It's like a dad hat mixed with a
Like
snapback, so it's not your traditional. That's why you
I
see
was
it like
looking
this.
at
It's
the I was
awesome,
looking
man.
at it. I like the
Leather,
brim on it
yeah,
too.
leather. So that's for you too, bro.
Oh man, look, I'm already. Look, I already got my bracelet on, man. You ain't had to tell me twice.
Absolutely, man. That's for you,
I
man.
appreciate
That's
it.
for you, man.
I
I
appreciate it.
appreciate you having me,
Is
bro.
there any way that our viewers can get in contact with you if
Yeah,
they want to get some clothes,
absolutely,
want to go take a look at what you're doing
absolutely.
At the Boys and Girls Club?
Absolutely. So, if you wanted to reach me at the Boys and Girls Club, you could reach me at Bradford at bgchartfordcecil.org. Phone number there is 410-272-8233. If you are looking to inquire or purchase something from Inojie brand, my website is inojebrandlifestyle.com. And you can follow me on Instagram at Inojie brand. So, we up and running.
Man, you guys get out there, y'all search them up. I'm definitely copping some gear.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all probably gonna see it on here. You might even see it once,
Yeah.
twice, three times.
Yep.
There's 7 days in a week. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
there's 7 days in a week, man. I don't play around. I love supporting. I love supporting everything that you do, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Please, you guys go to Inojie brand. Go to the page.
Yes.
Go to the website. Like this man does incredible things for the community. Please support anything that comes out of the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
Support them. Anything. If anything that you need,
Yes.
the
Yes.
podcast and the
Yes.
Business Suites of Brass Mill, we are with you 1,000%.
I appreciate that.
So I appreciate you
Thank
taking
man.
time out
Thank
your day to
you.
join us on Let's Talk the
Yes.
Talk.
Yes.
On that note, you guys have a wonderful night. Good night.
All right.